This is the final trial site.
What do you think? Isn't it just the perfect background for discerning a person's fate? It's the long-awaited last stage, the always exciting final boss battle! And I'm gonna sit on this one. I'll just sit right here in the vacant 16th seat. Well then, let's begin!
Finish those preparations, baby. It's time to kick this little bear's ass off.
Since this will be the final class trial, I've come up with a special rule.
If it has to do with blowing you, little bear, I'll blow you before the trial or after the trial, but not in between.
So listen up!
Uh-oh.
If you can figure out Mukuro's killer and go on to solve the mystery of this school, you guys win! But if you can't...
I'm getting my weed. One sec. Just want to make this extra hard for me. Fucking idiot I am. Nothing like playing on the hardest difficulty and thinking to yourself, how can I make it harder?
Then I win!
Shut up! I'll fuck you up, Mr. Bear. I'll bang you like a 10-year-old trying to experiment on a stuffed animal.
And of course, waiting for the loser is the super exciting, super heart-pounding punishment!
This sounds like a lot of the things people say to me on like OnlyFans, just to like try to get me to subscribe. The heart-pounding punishment!
Are you
Step on my
saying that
nuts,
if you
senpai.
lose, you'll execute yourself?
Oh. Is that what you said?
Yep, sure will.
Hell, fuck it, yeah.
And that's final?
Talk about
No
equal rights.
loopholes? No wiggling out of it later?
Of course not! Bears never go back on their word!
That's true, they shit in the woods.
Never mind all that. I just have one question for you.
Do you? I feel like you have a lot of questions for everyone, Hero.
Oh, you're taking this serious, huh? Are you feeling okay?
Is the mastermind only one person?
Oh, good question.
Don't bother. I already know the answer.
It's actually 17 lizards, 3 hamsters, 4 guinea pigs, and all of them have been up Dustin Hoffman's ass. So why don't you just tell me about the secret society in Dustin Hoffman's ass that has led to all of us dying here today? Why don't you tell me, as Hero, the clairvoyant?
You're all the
knows?
mastermind, aren't you? You're all out to get me!
Alright, never mind.
I'm right, aren't I?
I'm just gonna skip that. Because that was very dumb. That's not where I thought it was going, and I said some pretty shitty things. Okay, so it's probably group photo. I'm assuming. Let's see what they have to say.
You guys have all been working together, haven't you? I have evidence, so I know I'm right.
Hey, you stole my line. You're all out to get me. I'm sure.
Yeah, it's gotta be group photo.
I have evidence of my own.
What a coincidence. I too have evidence to present. Evidence that proves everyone other than me has been working together.
Yes.
What? Wait, hold on. This doesn't make any sense. How can the 3 of us each have that?
There we go.
No,
Knew it.
it's wrong.
That one was too easy.
It's not just you 3. I have evidence too.
What? You too?
The evidence you're all referring to is this group photo, right?
Well, yeah. Huh? Wait, but mine's different. With the picture you have, I'm in it. But that can't be right. Because in my picture... See? I'm the only one not in it.
Huh. Okay. That's one pattern I'm seeing. I figured as much, in which case...
Hero, you have a picture too, right? Let's see it.
Okay, but be careful with it. It's pretty important evidence.
He's missing too. But there's a pattern I'm noticing that seems to prove me right.
So the secret in these pictures has been revealed.
Secret or whatever, I don't care. You guys are all in on this together. That's why I'm the only one missing.
Junko didn't face the camera once. Her face was covered in
You're
every
in
single
my
one.
picture. You're the ones trying to trick me.
So the whole purpose behind these photos was to get us questioning and fighting with each other. The mastermind laid a trap to make us each think everyone else was working against us.
Huh? I laid a trap? A trap? How rude! What grounds do you have for such audacious accusations?
The proof I need to reveal Monokuma's trap. Each photo has a certain something in common. There's a connection regarding what person isn't shown in the group photos. That's Junko. What? Wait. The ones who got the photos?
In each
thought it was
case,
Junko. Am I
the
wrong?
only one not in the picture is the person who received it. So, in the picture I got,
I guess she technically
I'm the
is
only one
there.
missing.
Yeah, it's all in wording.
In the picture Hina got,
Holy shit,
she's the only
Sakura.
one missing.
Damn, I need to get as shredded as her.
And in the picture Hiro got, he's the only one missing.
Oh, Sakura's giving Hifumi his little head hand job.
As long as we're talking about it, I suppose I should show you my photo as well.
Fuck, I'm right. Her face is covered again.
In other words, Monokuma gave each of us a group photo in which that person wasn't
I think I'm
included.
right. I think I'm actually right about this.
And when we each saw our picture, we just assumed everyone else was the enemy?
Figured it out, huh?
Yeah, I thought that must be it. But how was that a hint?
But you know, there might be more to this than just Monokuma trying to confuse us. There's something else that bothers me about everyone's pictures. What is it? What's digging
Listen,
at me?
Can
Listen-
I see everyone's group photo one more time? It's not directly connected to what we're talking about, but I'd like to double check something.
Sure, no problem.
Yeah, I don't mind.
I'm sure there's something unusual about these group photos. It has to be Junko. What is it? I need to compare each of them one more time. It's gotta be Junko. Everybody else is either in the background staring at it, or we can see their face, except for Leon. That's the only time I haven't seen Leon's face. Sakura killed a gigantic trout. Hifumi, I don't understand how he's not just floating in the water, but who cares. Junko's face has been covered in every single one. Byakuya's picture. Yep, she's not looking there either. Hina's picture. Hiro's picture. Yep, she's looking away there too. And mine. Yeah, her face is covered. Huh. There's something strange about all of them. Something I can't quite pin down. Something... Group photo has been
Can you
added.
just forget about the photo? Trying to trick me with such an obviously fake photo? I'm still pissed about that.
Are you really, Hiro? I think you're pissed about a lot of things, if that's the
And on
case.
top of that, they went to all that trouble to make it look like we were wearing matching uniforms.
Yeah?
So you think they're fake? No, I assure you, they're quite real.
What are you talking about? There's no way.
Unless amnesia was the thing that
I don't
made us all
remember ever
forget.
taking
Hypnosis.
a picture like that. So it's gotta be a fake. I'm sure of it.
But you know, can we really be so sure?
Huh?
Don't get me wrong, I don't remember taking this picture either. But is that really enough to be absolutely positive they're fake?
What do you mean?
The reason I don't remember this picture isn't necessarily because it's fake. There might be some other reason. Some terrible reason. An unbelievable, but entirely horrifying reason. Amnesia, right? That's gotta be the Hangman's Gambit. Let's see. Yeah, it's amnesia. And where's the M? Give me an M. Come on. There it is. Oh, now you took away the ends. Oh, what a game. Oh, wait. I need an S. S? Any S's? Am I blind? Did I miss an S? Am I still missing an S? There's a lot of E's. Oh, is it E? Oh, shit, I'm an idiot. I was gonna spell MCO. What the hell's wrong with me? Am I too drunk? No! There we go. Wow, I had a spelling bee brain fart right there. Holy fuck. How did I misspell amnesia in my brain that forgot the E after the M?
That could
Or
explain
N.
it,
God
couldn't
damn
it?
it.
Oh, I get it. So we all just lost our memories at the same time and forgot about the photo. Makes sense.
I'm a little disappointed.
You expect
It
me to
should.
believe such an
Oh, never mind.
unbelievable
It probably does
occult
make sense
type
then.
story?
Yeah. We all lost our memories?
Oh, the two idiots
That's just
disagree.
Crazy.
It's only natural that they wouldn't believe it, but no matter how much they refuse, if that's the absolute truth, they have no choice. They can't move forward until they accept it. Oh, I gotta argue against this now? Oh, god damn it. What the hell's my argument? Oh my god. Whoa. Shit.
You're saying we all got
Probably interview
spontaneous
DVD, right?
amnesia? Since when did this turn into some kind of sci-fi fantasy?
I promise you, I haven't lost my memory. Ever since I got to this school,
Oh, it's interview DVD.
I remember
Everything that's happened.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
No,
Fuck
it's
yeah,
wrong.
baby, I'm the best.
Those photos aren't the only things that point to the possibility of memory loss. This DVD does the same thing.
You're not gonna show us something indecent, are you?
It's just a big old zoom up of my beehole.
No, it's nothing like that. It's a video of all of us being interviewed by the Hope's Peak Academy headmaster.
when you say all of us, you mean
I mean all of us, including you.
you lie! I never did any kind of interview.
No, it's not a lie. Just watch the
Oh,
DVD
there's the
and you'll see
TV
for
behind her
yourself.
that's gonna show it.
The headmaster did, in fact, interview you.
What are you saying?
I didn't imagine you would remember.
It's not about whether or not I remember. You expect me to believe all this? That I lost my memory somehow?
I mean, it makes the most sense considering you and Hero are both fucking retarded, so you lose your memory every day because you have the memory of a goldfish.
Well, we don't have any way to refute it, so we have no choice but to accept it as reality.
How can you say that? We're talking about living, breathing amnesia here.
I mean, technically he's not wrong.
To be honest, I have something else on my mind right now.
Something else?
You said the DVD contains recordings of us being interviewed by the headmaster, right? What were the interviews about?
The headmaster sat each of us down, one at a time.
Didn't we just watch
and
it?
asked us the same question. He asked us if we could accept the idea of spending the rest of our lives in this school.
Did we really only show one clip and it was of Hina sitting down with a strange man on the couch like she was being filmed for a porno? Alright.
What kind of question is that?
And how did we answer?
We'd say no, obviously.
Actually, we all said we could. Even me. I heard myself say yes. I could spend the rest of my life at this school.
Why? Why would you say yes to something like that?
I don't know. I don't remember a thing.
The same goes for everyone else. Nobody remembers. You don't remember choosing to live here forever, or even talking to the headmaster about it at all.
It doesn't matter if I remember or not. Even if I bought the whole amnesia thing, the idea that I would want to live here forever? That's just insane! How can I believe that?
Insane or not, we can't move forward until you accept it. Am I right?
You sure are, 'cause it's all true.
What?
I
Damn
know
it,
it
Hero.
sounds absurd, but if it's the truth, there's nothing we can do about it.
Indeed, we only have one path in front of us.
Then we really...
Yep, you all totally lost your memory at the same time.
This is all making my head hurt.
So do most things,
And
Hina.
this
So do
isn't
most
like
things.
some normal kind of memory loss. You stole those specific memories from us, didn't you?
Oopsie! You figured that part out too, huh?
Of course. There's no way we would all just happen to get amnesia at the same time.
But how
How
could
could-
someone just steal our memories?
How? Come, that hardly matters right now. If I said it was hypnotism, would you believe me? Or
Actually,
we
yes, I
opened up
would've.
your skulls and messed with your brains? Would you really believe anything I said? How it happened doesn't matter right now.
What matters
I mean, in
is
that
figuring
regard,
out
it
what
does.
memories you took from us. That's what you're trying to say, right?
I knew I could count on you.
The interview with the headmaster, taking that group photo, those can't be the only memories we lost. There must have been a purpose to it all. A reason for taking away our memories.
Of course there was a purpose. It all has to do with the original motive.
The original
You
motive.
mean the motive you came up with to try and get us to all kill each other?
That has something to do with the memories you stole from us?
It sure does. But that part's still a secret. Anyway, I'm sure it's not easy, but let's all focus on the class trial for the murder of Mukuro Ikusaba.
Okay, so you want us to figure out who killed her before we do anything else.
So until we do that, well, either way, we have to explain every last remaining mystery. So, the one who killed Mukuro, the true mastermind, that's what we need to expose. Oh, I have to make an argument. Interesting. My guess is...
So who did it? Who killed her?
Huh. Let me see what they
Whoever
have
did
to
it
say.
is the same one who's behind everything. That much I'm sure of.
But when you think about it, is the mastermind really here in the school?
Of course. They have to be here somewhere.
What makes you so sure?
I can't believe I missed that
Does
somehow.
make me so sure. Exactly. You're just making stuff up. There's no way the mastermind is here. The mastermind is probably 1,000,000 miles away.
Oh,
These masterminds always lurk off in the background, right?
here, Monokuma control room, that's what it is.
So who did it?
Whoever did it is the same one who's behind that much I...
When you is the mastermind?
Of course, they have to be.
What makes you so sure?
Exactly. You're just the mastermind is probably 1,000,000 miles. These masterminds always
Excuse
lurk
me?
off in the background, right?
What just happened? Did I just get cock-blocked in
So
slow-mo?
who did it?
Whoever did it
What?
is that much I...
When you is the mastermind?
Of course, they have to be.
What makes you...
Exactly. You're just the mastermind is probably 1,000,000 miles.
Yeah, baby!
No, they're wrong. There's no question that the mastermind is somewhere within the school.
How do you know? Did you find some evidence or something?
In the back of the data center, I found a panel that controls Monokuma. The mastermind must have been using that to control him all this time. So there can't be any doubt. The mastermind has been inside the school all along.
There can't be any doubt. In which case, there also can be no doubt that the mastermind is one of us.
What?
Except
Why?
that's impossible. Because he has to be controlled and audio, like you have to feed the audio or else it gives that weird little buzz, bang.
Recall what Makoto told us Monokuma said to him earlier.
I'm sure I told you this already, but this killing game began with 16 participants, all of them high school students, and the only people to take a single step in Hope's Peak since the killing game began are those 16 students. I'm not doing
So if the
Monokuma's voice
mastermind
because we've
is
already
in the
heard
school,
it so many times
we
now.
have to assume it can only be
by that,
that
I mean at least
16th
once.
student.
How'd they manage to survive all of this?
So we're the only ones here? It's not me! I'm not the mastermind!
Well, I actually believe that, though.
Well, it's not me. I blame Makoto. What?
Why me?
It would make,
Guys,
well, out of
it's super
everybody in
weird
this
how
room,
you're
it
the
would make sense that
only
it
one
would
who
be me.
survived being executed.
Yeah, it's a pretty good point.
Oh, I get it. The only way he could have survived is if he was actually the mastermind himself, right?
Aw, nuts! You got me!
Wait! What are you trying to say?
Everyone, calm down. There's no reason to panic.
Nobody in this room could be it. I still stand by it's Junko.
The mastermind's true identity will become clear soon enough.
I've been
Just
getting
as
weird
soon as we
feelings,
find
the
out who
long
killed
nails,
Mukuro.
the high heels. It seems like it's Junko.
That's a good point. Rather than wasting time bickering, we should put our minds to work solving this mystery.
Yeah, well, how much time have we already spent talking about the murder?
He's right. What more is there to talk about?
If you want something to talk about, I think there might be one thing. We haven't fully established what Mukuro's fatal injury was.
Huh? But I thought we figured that out. She died when she got hit in the back of the head.
No, that isn't actually what killed her. It was something entirely different. Wouldn't you agree, Makoto?
Yeah. Makoto's actual cause of death must have been the other
I
wound.
got it! All of the wounds
Did I say
covering her
Makoto? I
body.
meant Mukuro.
That's what really killed her.
Hey, now hold on a second. You did read the Monokuma file, right?
The body was covered with other wounds, but these were at least several days
It
old.
made it pretty clear. Those wounds were made at least a few days ago. So they can't possibly be what killed her.
Consider this. What if the murder itself took place at least a few days ago?
What?
What if, when we discovered her body, she'd already been dead for several days? If that's true, then naturally the wounds that killed her would appear to be however many days old.
That's true.
That doesn't make any sense.
Actually, it makes total sense.
Because she had all those wounds before she ever came here.
No, I didn't say that.
How do you know that?
Isn't it obvious? She was the ultimate soldier, right? So that means, you know,
You're wrong.
she denied me
Oh, shut up, you kinky serial killer.
before I could
you.
even say anything.
You dirty, dirty slut. No.
Come on. I mean, you think I'm...
About to open an OnlyFans? You're right, ladies. Welcome to Toko Fukawa's.
I'm not weird, okay? At least
OnlyFans
listen to what I
account.
have to say before you deny me.
She is weird, and I'm denying her immediately. If you're so sure we're gonna deny you, why bother saying it in the first place? Oh, do I have to, like, say that to her in an argument form? Okay. Ooh. It's gotta be... In this case, it's gotta be Mukuro Ikesaba's profile, right?
Mukuro was the ultimate soldier.
That's right.
She must have been in 100 different battles.
Yeah.
So, when you think about it, obviously, she got all those wounds in battle.
Boom, I win, baby.
No, that's wrong.
Because I remember it saying that she didn't sustain a single wound or battle scar or whatever.
No, Mukuro didn't suffer those wounds in battle. The file we found in the headmaster's room said as much. Despite the time she spent in battle after battle as a member of Fenrir, when she entered this school, she hadn't sustained a single injury.
To be denied so completely. Actually, it's kind of refreshing.
Oh, almost as refreshing as the shower would be. Go into a shower, you stinky bitch.
Maybe it's because of all of Master's training.
Anyway, so
Wait a
we
minute,
can
what?
be sure that Mukuro suffered
What?
all those wounds
What
after coming
training?
to this school.
Alright.
In which case, they could be the very thing that killed her.
Oh, hell yeah.
As a matter of fact, it's hard to imagine any other possibility. When examining her body, I found that her stomach and head wounds came after she was already dead.
Unless anyone has any better suggestions, I think we can say this with confidence. The wounds Mukuro sustained all over her body are what ultimately killed her.
Good to know. Okay, yeah, that looks a lot like Junko's little stab wounds.
But if that's what killed her, then does that mean she's really been dead for who knows how long?
That's exactly what it means. When we found her body in the garden, she'd already been dead for several days.
So then, what about the little matter of what happened last night?
What was it last night? Oh, that.
Makoto, you said you were attacked in your room by a masked assailant. If Mukuro had already been dead for several days, certainly it couldn't have been her. So who was it that attacked you?
The identity of the one who attacked me, I can't think of anyone else.
I
Mastermind,
got it!
right?
The one who attacked me was the true mastermind.
Yeah.
When we discovered Mukuro in the garden wearing the same mask, I naturally assumed she must have been the one who attacked me, but I was wrong. It wasn't her at all. It was the mastermind.
What are you laughing at?
Oh, don't mind me. I'm just getting a little impatient sitting here listening. I think I'm gonna jump in.
Oh, god damn
Let's
it.
start off with a nice, easy question. Your assumption that I attacked Makoto is just that, right? An assumption. You can't really know who was under that mask, can you? I mean, that's the whole point of a mask. The true identity of the masked attacker is Mukuro Ikusaba. At least, that's what I think.
Of course it is, you little weird bear.
Do you have any evidence that might convince me otherwise?
Maybe. No, there's no way Mukuro is the one that attacked me, even if I didn't see their face. It's the tattoo on the hand. Yeah, it's not there this time. Okay. If you compare what we know about Mukuro to the masked attacker, it's the tattoo. It should be obvious. Oh, god damn it. Okay. What's this gonna fall under? Please say hand tattoo. It's gotta be Mukuro Ikusaba's profile, right?
You never saw their face, right? So you can't have any idea who was under that mask. I'm telling you now, it was Mukuro Ikusaba!
You're wrong. Even without seeing their face, there's another part of the attacker we can use to prove it wasn't her.
Oh? And what is this other part? Is it the right hand?
I think so. Nope, it's the left hand. Fuck!
Shoot!
No, it should be the right hand, shouldn't it? Yeah, it actually should be the right hand.
You never saw
But I
their face,
don't
right?
think that's...
So you can't have... I'm
Huh.
telling you now.
Maybe it was meant to be weird.
Mukuro Ikusaba.
You're wrong. There's another part of the... Oh? Is it the...
Or the left hand?
Excuse me? Isn't the profile the one that... Huh?
You never saw their face, right? So you can't have any idea who was under that mask.
I'm telling you now. You're wrong. There's another part of the... Oh? Is it the... Or the left?
Maybe the... Or perhaps the... Or could it be...
The hips.
You never saw their face, so you can't have... I'm telling you now, it was Mukuro...
You're wrong. There's another part of the... Oh? Is it
The right hand?
There we go.
or the left? Maybe the... Or perhaps... Or could it be... The hip?
You never saw their face, so you can't have...
I'm telling you now, it...
There we go. I
No,
got it
it's
like a
wrong.
fucking pro. Yeah, that I thought the contradiction was her profile, because her profile said something about having a
Mukuro
tattoo
had a
that
tattoo
represented
on her right
Fenrir, but
hand,
it was
if I
the fact that I had
remember
to take
correctly.
the actual hand and contradict that. That's what confused me. Because sometimes you have to steal the contradiction, sometimes you're given it. It just
A
made sense
representation
either
of
way.
Fenrir.
But
In
whatever.
other words, a wolf
See?
tattoo.
That's what I was using in my brain from her profile. But I guess they wanted specifically which hand.
But I saw the right hand of the person who attacked me. And there was no such tattoo. So there's no way the person behind the mask was Mukuro.
Yeah, well, okay. You got me. I guess it wasn't her. But that still doesn't prove that it was me. It could have been, someone else, right?
Hiro, Toko, Hina, and I all have solid alibis for that entire night.
Yeah! We were in the gym tearing you apart, so it could have been any of us.
Oh, okay, sure. It couldn't have been any of you, but what about Kyoko? It totally could have been her. Uh-oh, no snappy comeback? Did I score a bullseye?
If you insist, I don't mind showing you.
Huh?
What do you think? I'll show you the one thing that proves beyond a shadow of a doubt it wasn't me.
Before anyone could say anything, it's her hands. Her horrifically scarred, horrible, terrifying hands. Oh god. What is she, Freddy Krueger? Kyoko was removing her gloves.
Your hands!
Your hands. Without thinking, I let out a gasp. It was more than just a little burned skin.
Awful, isn't it?
Awful,
It
isn't
happened
it?
when I was first learning to be a detective.
I thought you didn't
I was
want anyone to
inexperienced.
see those scars.
If it means we get another step closer to unmasking the mastermind, it doesn't really bother me.
Kyoko seemed to savor the words as she said them. Then she put her gloves back on.
My scars should suffice as proof. Makoto, did the person who attacked you have scars like mine?
No, not at all. I'm positive.
Then
Okay.
this much has been made clear. There can be no doubt that the one who attacked Makoto is the true mastermind.
By the way, refilling my water was this gigantic jug. Not my actual cup. I always make sure before bed, if I'm drinking, I drink an entire 2 liter of water. Ooh, look how big that thing is. Let's go.
This is just awful! On top of my secret being revealed, I had to look at those positively grotesque scars of yours. Sorry, did I say that out loud? I do hope I didn't hurt your feelings.
Not at all. You can say whatever you want.
Sure, as long as it means pushing me farther into the corner, right? But I'm not cornered just yet.
Yes, you are.
Because if you haven't noticed, the circumstances surrounding Mukuro's death are totally unknown.
That's true. All we know right now is she was killed a good while before this morning.
On the contrary, we don't know anything other than that.
You're not going to tell us she was already dead before we arrived here or something, are you?
In that regard, you have nothing to worry about. I promise you, without a doubt, she died after our little killing game began here.
Then somehow she was killed in secret without any of us knowing.
No, not secret. She was killed
After
in
she
front of all of
died,
us.
who knows how much time went by before we found her, right? Did the culprit stash her somewhere? She couldn't have been in the garden the whole time, could she?
If she was, she would have been totally decomposed.
it's the,
Just like your
the
brain.
Then she was being stored somewhere?
But to hide a body here, to just store it somewhere?
Yep, there is one place. I can't think of anywhere else the body could have been stored. The bio
I
lab.
got it! Mukuro's body was probably kept hidden in the biolab.
Biolab? You mean on the 5th floor?
That's right. It's actually set up for use as a morgue. So it's the perfect place to hide a body. And it'd keep the body preserved at the same time.
Then you're also saying the body was moved from the biolab to the garden.
And I have no doubt that that's exactly what happened. In fact, I have proof.
The proof that shows the body was carried from the biolab to the garden was the tarp.
I got it!
Yeah, that's right.
What makes me so sure the body was carried from the biolab to the garden is the tarp that we found in the garden. When I was checking it over again, I noticed something. I noticed that some text had been stamped on one corner of the tarp.
Oh, it says Biolab.
Holy cow! How'd you notice that tiny little thing?
Makoto's nitpicky nature seems to have surfaced with perfect timing.
This proves that the tarp originally came from the biolab. In fact, there's a whole stack of tarps just like it in there.
So when the killer moved the body to the garden, they must have grabbed a tarp to wrap it in. Then they simply left it as it was to protect against the sprinklers, and put the coat on it afterwards.
You made everything sound so amazingly consistent.
That's just a wild guess. Where's your evidence? Prove that the body was wrapped in a tarp and moved.
There is no evidence. I was simply explaining what I think happened. But you seem to be getting pretty worked up about it, wouldn't you say?
Worked up?
Now that the conversation has turned to the topic of the biolab, you must be getting pretty nervous. Because the key to uncovering your secret identity is hidden within that room, isn't it?
Are you talking about unmasking the mastermind?
You see, the biolab contained an inconsistency. One so major it can't be
It's the amount
overlooked.
of lights that were on. An inconsistency in the biolab. Could you be talking
La la
about?
la, I can't hear you. La 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 la.
Let me guess, tempo
Such
game?
a child.
I need to pull myself together and think. The inconsistency in the biolab. Could you be
Hey,
talking
by
about?
the way, Makoto, what about that one thing?
What one?
What do you think I'm talking about? Your family.
What? Now I'm confused.
Don't tell me you forgot about that video message. So
Okay.
what do you think? Are you sure your family's still okay?
Why are you bringing that up now?
Your mom, your dad, your little sister. What do you think has happened to your family? Are they really as safe as you might
I'm
have
pretty sure
assumed?
they're all dead.
Stop talking about that!
Calm down, Makoto. He wants you to get upset.
Yeah, I need to calm down. I can't let him get to me. He was just saying that because he knows we're getting close to the truth of the biolab. So if I want to shut him up, I need to expose the inconsistency and slam him with it. Oh, they're trying to distract me too. It's the lights. Something to do with the lights. Oh no. Oh,
Are
God.
you sure about this? Are you sure about this? What? What do you want? Are you sure about this? 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 What? What do you want? Are you sure about this? 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 What do you want? Are you sure about this? Are you sure about this? Are you sure about this? Are you sure about this?
Did I get it? No! I just got the right tempo at the end. God damn it. Alright, we're fine. We'll come back from this. Unfortunately.
I refuse to give up
Damn
yet!
it. I'm pretty sure it was like a heart versus half a heart. That was so bullshit. I hate that he kicked that in right at the end there. God damn it. I hate tempo games.
Are you sure about this? Are you sure about this? What? What do you want? Are you sure about this? 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 What? What do you want? Are you sure about this?
Oh, how am I fucking up so bad?
Are
I'm
you
literally
sure
hitting the
about
button as it's in there. Oh my God. How did I fuck up so bad?
Are you sure about this?
What am I
Are you
doing?
sure about this?
I just want to fail this at this point. This is ridiculous. How did I fuck that up so?
Are you sure
Oh, what?
about
I got
this?
that somehow?
Are you sure about this?
There we go. I wanted that to fail.
Are you sure about this? Are you sure about this? What? What do you want? Are you sure about this? 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 What? What do you want? Are you sure about this? Are you sure about this?
Oh, I did it! What?
I'm not listening!
Oh, biolab lights. No! No, shoot it! No! Come on!
Are you sure about this? Are you sure about this?
There we go. Biolab lights. That's what I need. Here we
I'm
go.
not listening!
Yes!
This should prove it.
That should be it. I think I win. I think I win. Yeah? That was easily the best I've ever
The
done. Easily.
inconsistency Hyoko's talking about is the lights.
What are you talking about? What about the lights?
Like I said before, the biolab also acts as a morgue. And as part of that, a giant refrigerator was installed in there. That's where everyone who's died is stored.
And it was set up so that when a slot had a body in it, a blue light would turn on.
In other words, if the blue light is on, that means there's a body in that slot.
I now
But I
realize
counted
why all
up
the
the number
bodies
of
are always
blue lights
shaking
that were
constantly.
on,
It's because of the sick
including the
beat.
one Mukuro was in. And there were only 9.
Why does that matter? You gotta
See?
give me the bite-sized
just
version
jamming
here,
out.
man.
9 lights doesn't make sense. The number of lights should be 10.
I got it! 10 of the lights should have been on. Any other number is incredibly suspicious.
Suspicious? Why?
That's simple. Just recall who's died here so far, and it should become clear.
That's right. That's the key to solving this mystery. Sayaka died first. Junko was second. Leon was third. Chihiro was fourth. Mondo was fifth. Taka was sixth. Then Hifumi was seventh. Celeste was eighth. Sakura was ninth. And victim number 10 was Mukuro. So 10 people in
That's
all.
right. Any,
Oops. Oh, why did I skip both
but
of those? I'm
according
sorry.
to the lights in the
Whatever.
biolab,
It seems to be the same
only
thing, just
9
repeated.
people were being stored there.
You're saying a dead body just up and disappeared?
I got it! The mastermind destroyed one of the bodies to get rid of evidence.
But if they wanted to do that, they would have destroyed Mukuro's body, since they actually killed her. And yet, her body was left alone.
Then, whose body disappeared?
It may very well be that none of them disappeared.
But if that's true, then why doesn't the body count match?
Including Monokuma's executions, there have apparently been 10 deaths, but there were only 9 bodies.
A reuse of one of the bodies, Junko's bodies,
That's the point
which
I'm
is
trying to
Mukuro?
make.
I'm completely lost. How can the number of victims be less than the number of murders?
The reason there are less bodies than murders, the explanation for more murders than victims, why is that? What would it take to make sense? The same person was killed twice.
What about if the same person was killed twice?
Killed twice?
Officially, 10 murders have been committed so far, but one of the victims may have been murdered, and then murdered again.
Murdered and murdered again?
If that's the case, there could have been 10 killings, but still only 9 victims, right?
Technically, you're right, I guess. Still,
Could easily have happened. No,
Sorry.
it is what happened.
Sounds like you're already convinced. Then can you tell us who was killed twice?
It was Mukuro, of course. Before she was killed as Mukuro Ikusaba, she was killed as someone else.
And that's why the body had to be stored in the biolab until the moment we found it in the garden.
No, that's crazy talk. She was killed as someone else? Come on! Besides, who could that someone else even have
Junko.
been?
All you have to do is look at those bodily injuries of hers, and that will become obvious.
Yep.
Nothing's gonna become obvious, because Kyoko's totally delusional.
Oh, another argument. Oh, shit. Fatal injury? Yeah. I think. Maybe.
Who is this someone else that Mukuro was killed as?
I mean, this would
Was
make the
it
most sense.
Sayaka Maizono? Junko Enoshima?
Actually, yeah. No, fuck. That was my guess, but I think I chose the wrong thing. Whoops, you interrupted me while I was talking. 1 point to that.
Shoot.
Alright, that was my bad. I should actually just wait and see.
who is this someone? Was it
Sayaka Maizono? Junko Enoshima?
There we go. That's what I want.
Leon Kuwata? Chihiro Fujisaki? Mando Owada? Kiyotaka Ishimaru? Hifumi Yamada? Celestia Lu... whatever? Or maybe... Sakura Ogami? No. There's no way anyone was murdered!
Yes!
No,
I was right! Oh, I'm so good at this game.
Junko, wasn't her fatal injury pretty similar to Mukuro's?
what do you mean?
Well, remember what happened to her? She was impaled by a bunch of spears, all over her body.
And Mukuro died from a number of wounds across her body. When you compare that to the stab wounds Junko suffered,
And the similarities match?
Yes, and those are the only fatal injuries that match up. That explains why those two bodies are actually one and the same.
so let me see if I have this straight. Junko, or someone going by that name, was stabbed to death with multiple spears. Then her body was kept in the biolab for however long before being dragged out again. Only this time, it was presented as the corpse of one Mukuro Ikusaba.
It all matches up, right? Those wounds Junko suffered could easily be these same injuries.
It's really true? Mukuro and Junko are the same person? Wait, so then... what does it all mean?
It means that there haven't been 10 victims, but 9. Which also means that among the people we thought were dead, one is still alive.
And that's the true identity of the mastermind?
Who is it? Who's behind all this?
We already know the answer to that. It's Mukuro. She's still alive.
No, it's not. It's Junko.
Junko's body
Well, yeah.
and
Sort of.
made it look like she was the one who
Oh,
died.
no, not in that same way. She just took the look
So
of it.
Mukuro is still alive. She's gotta be. Total silence? Then I must be right. I'm right, aren't I?
Mukuro alive? The one that's still alive is Mukuro, but can we really believe that? I don't think so. I think it's Junko. I think it's between Mukuro Ikusaba's profile and Mukuro's
The
injury.
body we found in the garden. It wasn't Mukuro.
Then she's still alive?
That's right. She made it look like Junko's body was her. So the mastermind's true identity is Mukuro.
How did I miss this?
What do you say, Monokuma? Do you give up?
Huh. I'm gonna try something.
It wasn't Mukuro.
Yeah, okay, I was right.
No,
That's what I thought it was. Just to be sure. If it wasn't this, then I thought it was going to be something else.
The body we
Like,
found in the garden
and
was
then used to
Mukuro.
shoot that.
That's one thing we can be sure of. The body's appearance and measurements are consistent with her records. Right, Kyoko?
She was 5 foot 6 inches tall and weighed 97 pounds.
Wasn't she supposed to
Her
be
vitals were
5'7"?
31, 21, 32. Everything in her profile is consistent with that course.
And then there's the matter of the Fenrir tattoo. So there's no question it's her.
I'm almost certain they said she was 5. Well, wasn't she 5'7" in the other chapter? It could be a mistranslation, I guess. Maybe a typo.
If Mukuro's not the mastermind, then who's actually still alive?
Someone's made it look like they died, but they're actually still alive. There's only one person it could be. That's Junko. Junko.
Here's my answer. Junko is still alive. It's the only possibility.
Are you sure about that?
Huh?
I admit, since Mukuro is undoubtedly dead, Junko does seem to be the only other explanation. But we saw her get impaled. She died right before our very eyes. If Junko were still alive, the death we saw would had to have been some kind of charade. But you yourself confirmed she was dead, did you not?
Now that you mention it, I did. I gently placed my hand on Junko's lifeless body. I touched her wrist to check for a pulse like they do in the movies and stuff, but she really is dead. There wasn't anything else to say. She was gone. But Mukuro is Junko. I did check, absolutely, and I can say
She
for sure.
was dead. There's no question. Junko was dead.
So, the idea that she's still alive.
It must be wrong.
No.
Then you're withdrawing your previous statement?
I know you gave it your best shot, but too bad. I guess your conclusion was a dud.
Nope.
Too bad, too bad.
This case hasn't been decided just yet.
Oh?
You haven't given up already, have you, Makoto?
Huh?
No, of course not.
That's all well and good, but how do you intend to solve the problem standing in your way? Junko absolutely died. Mukuro absolutely died.
Then both of them are dead, right? There can't be any kind of survivor story.
Isn't this the guy who thought both me and Kyoko were ghosts?
I think we need to look at this from the opposite direction.
Huh? The opposite direction?
Actually, I'm kind of curious what
Let's
she means by
assume
that.
Junko is still alive. If so, how could she have survived?
Mukuro dressed just like her. How could Junko have survived? Body jumping. I checked her, she was dead, I'm sure of it. But still, if she were alive somehow, could it be that Junko's not the one that died? Well, it wasn't Junko, but someone else entirely? Maybe she used some sort of trick. I mean, almost certainly, right? Hangman's Gambit. Oh, it's a big one, too. Oh. Oh, fuck, what the hell? Oh, I got something. It's gotta be E, right? Rep. Nope. Oh, replace. Replacement. Wait, what? Where'd that L go? Replace. Replacement. Oh. Alright, well that just disappeared. Where'd it go? Give me another R. Replaces? No, it's R. So it is. Oh, replaced with a D. Ah, I forgot
Now
about
I
past
understand.
tense. Raptikem. That's what I was thinking too at the very beginning there,
That's it.
Pankton.
What if she switched
Or
places
Pankton,
with
sorry.
someone
I added
else?
a T for some reason. I'm very drunk.
Switched places?
That's right. Before the spears could kill her, she got someone to take her place.
No.
Specifically,
maybe a long time
Mukuro
beforehand.
Ikusaba,
Then that would make it Mukuro's corpse that showed up later.
which is why the body's height and weight and everything match Mukuro's profile, right?
I don't know anything about this switching places thing, but that had to be Junko who got stabbed to death.
Yeah, you're saying they switched? When could they even have done that? Right when
Isn't
she
this
was
the fourth time I've
about
seen
to
this?
Die? Like she used some kind of ninja replacement technique?
What? What? No. God damn it.
Good point. There's just no way they could have switched like that.
Everybody in this game is fucking retarded.
So maybe the whole idea is wrong.
There has to be some way. I need to figure out how to explain how they could have switched. They switched at the beginning.
I got it! The two of them may have switched places from the very beginning.
What? From the beginning?
Yes, from the moment we first met. If that's when they switched, then they wouldn't have had to switch at the moment of death, right? After all, the one we saw at that point would have already been Mukuro.
Hold on.
Damn it.
So, you're saying the Junko we first met?
Sorry, give me 1 sec. I gotta turn off this auto mod bullshit. Is Hina... Wait, what? Is Hina case... In Hina case, it doesn't matter. She can be retarded till she had those... She can be retarded till she had those boobies? Are you drunk too? Alright, give me 1 sec. Let me turn off that stupid auto mod crap. See, the fact that auto mod censored boobies and retarded means that it does not belong in the real world of streaming. Settings. I'm not native? Does that happen a lot where you are? Wait, native? I thought you were in Europe. You sound more Canadian to me than anything. Because that sounds like something a Canadian would say to me. Or even an American. Where are you from? Moderation. Let's turn that off. Not native English speaker? Oh? From Poland. Oh, okay. Well, why is that always like the go-to is that if you're native you drink? I drink all the time. I'm white as fuck. I'm so pale it hurts. Give me a sec. I'm still turning off all the filters. Ugh. Sick. Hey Pankin, say something offensive so I can see if it works.
It's actually Mukuro all along?
Oh, great, it worked. Thanks,
We'd
Pankin.
already met her?
I had like a normal conversation with her.
When we first met, none of us knew who anyone else was. So Mukuro could have simply told us her name was Junko, and we never would have known the difference. That would easily allow the two of them to switch places from the very beginning.
Wait, but Mukuro had a tattoo on the back of her hand, right?
Easily covered up by makeup.
Junko never had any tattoo like that, did she?
She could have hidden it with foundation or something like that. If she did, it likely melted away in the explosion, exposing the tattoo after the body was extinguished. Plus, there were the fake nails found on the hands of Mukuro's body.
Mm-hmm. They match up with Junko's.
They were the same fake red nails she was wearing when we all met for the first time.
But if she really did use foundation...
Correct. Even if there was no
Is
tattoo on her
prostitution
hand,
legal in
I
Canada?
couldn't say
I
for
actually
certain
don't know.
it wasn't Mukuro.
Never thought about that. Probably not, but I have no clue.
So I'm glad nobody noticed that glaring hole when we were trying to figure out who attacked Makoto. But too bad for you, Monokuma. You can't deny it anymore.
Wait, so this whole thing was a setup from the very beginning?
If that's true, it was quite an elaborate plan to be sure, making it look like Mukuro was Junko.
The reason such an elaborate plan was possible is because the two of them were working together.
So Mukuro, the ultimate despair, teamed up with someone like her. In other words, it would be fair to say that Junko herself was also the ultimate despair.
You need to rent a few redhead bitches after COVID? I don't think Canada has a lot of redhead people. I think you're thinking more of Scotland. And I don't know if it's legal there either. Just throwing that out there. But that's a good choice. Red hair, blue eyes. It's the best combination. Fiery personality with the ocean calming their soul. That's how I look at it.
What's wrong? Lost the will to fight back?
I think he's just afraid.
Afraid? What's that mean, afraid? Fear is only possible where hope is possible. I only have despair, so fear is an alien concept to me.
Then why haven't you been saying anything?
Because it's a bunch of nonsense. Junko's my secret identity? As if.
Then why did you try and protect Junko's real identity?
I tried to protect her identity? When did I do that?
So he still refuses to admit it, but he can try to deceive us all he wants. It doesn't matter, because I've already figured it out. He tried to hide Junko's identity, and not just once, but twice. The first time was during our latest investigation. Oh shit. Group photo? No, hold on. What matters now is presenting the right evidence. Oh shit, I have no idea. Tried to keep me from seeing during the the investigation tape. That's what it is. It's the interview tape. Yeah. Interview tape. Interview. There it is.
I got it!
It's this one first, then it's
While
the
I
other.
was in the AV room, watching the DVD of our interviews with the headmaster.
Which meant that the DVD wasn't playing anymore. What the heck just happened? We already read all this, so it's fine. I don't care that we're skipping over this, because it literally just happened this stream.
You made sure I couldn't finish watching the video. And the reason you did that is because you didn't want me to see the real Junko, did you?
Oh, yeah! If everyone was in that video, of course Junko would have had to show up!
And if Makoto saw the real Junko, it would have been totally obvious that the Junko we met was an imposter.
That whole power outage thing was just a fluke!
No, it wasn't just a fluke. The Mastermind definitely orchestrated the power outage, and that's not the only time they tried to hide Junko's identity. The Mastermind tried to cover up one other piece of evidence. I've got to reveal that. It's the photos. Has to be, right? It has to be. The moment is true. Oh, never mind. I gotta do it this way. Shit.
Punishment is waiting for you. I'm not listening. What are you even talking about? Punishment is waiting for you. I'm not listening. What are you even talking about?
Damn it.
waiting for you. I'm not listening. What are you even talking about? Punishment is waiting for you. I'm not listening. What are you even talking about?
I just need to hit one more. Oh, there we go. I win.
That's impossible!
Yeah? That's not that one. Fuck. Nope. Shit. I chose the wrong one. Damn it. Oh, god damn it.
Better luck next time. Punishment is waiting for
Yep,
you.
let's try this again.
That's impossible!
Group photo. There we go. That's what I was after.
This should
Sorry, I
prove
got
it.
too drunk and I forgot that was what I was after.
The video wasn't the only thing you tried to cover up. You did the same thing with this group photo.
Uh-oh.
I noticed it just a little while ago, when we were all comparing the photos we'd gotten. In all the photos, there's a certain similarity, an unusual circumstance.
Sorry. I opened a bag of chips.
What's so unusual about them?
I got it! Junko's face. The one thing common to every single photo is that you can't see her face.
Oh man. Spicy chips. I love them. Doritos sweet chili heat, my dudes. They're the best.
It's hard to believe her face would just happen to be hidden in every single picture, don't you think? And on top of that, in this photo, you can see that Mukuro is clearly visible. So in other words, at that point, the two of them hadn't switched yet. With all that in mind, there's no doubt that the girl whose face is hidden here is the real Junko, which is why you had to have pictures that didn't show her face. Because if we could have seen her face, then it would have clearly revealed that the Junko in the pictures wasn't the Junko that we knew.
Xanadu!
I believe everything Makoto said is true. Junko and Mukuro switched places before we met either of them.
So she killed Mukuro, who had taken her place, making it look like she died. And the real Junko is still alive.
And she's the one behind this whole murderous situation. This killing game. She's the true mastermind and the ultimate despair.
Xanadu times 2!
With this, the identity and the crimes of the mastermind have been exposed.
No, wait! Hold on!
Don't bother trying to deny it. There's no more room for debate. You don't have anywhere left to run. I'll prove everything. Right now.
Alright. Do I have to do another tempo game? Ooh, okay, here we go. It's gotta be this thing. But then she dies. Body's been taken. So where does the body go? Oh, maybe it's... No, it's a different tarp. Maybe it's that? Yeah. Maybe. We'll see. That could be interchangeable. Mask on. maybe it's this. And then this? That? Oh, I really hope I got this right. Alright. And that. Fuck. There's something I'm missing here. Right down. Oh, maybe it's this. Yeah, that makes more sense. Yeah. Because then it would go into the morgue, carry it, bring it over. And she'd be put there. Knife makes sense. Situation where she sees it, chases him away. Puts the thing on. Yeah, puts the mask on her. Then we got that, then we got that. And then this has to be... It's gotta be this, right? Yeah, that's...
The killer is
it has to be this.
you!
I hope I'm right.
We met the ultimate fashionista, Junko Enoshima, right after we all arrived here. But that wasn't the real Junko. The girl we saw before us was actually the 16th student who had taken Junko's place. And that girl's name was Mukuro Ikusaba. But it wasn't long before she died at the hands of Monokuma. In other words, the mastermind, Junko Enoshima. Her body was kept in a biolab, which had been converted into a morgue, until Junko decided to put her body to use. Junko dragged the body out of the biolab, using the tarp to carry her to the garden. She fabricated the murder to try and frame Kyoko, who'd proven to be one big thorn in her side. Meanwhile, she wanted us all to think Mukuro was still alive and hiding somewhere inside the school.
I got something backwards then. This one, and then this one.
Here's exactly what happened. Meanwhile, she wanted us all to think Mukuro was still alive and hiding somewhere inside the school.
There we go.
So she put on a mask and then attacked me. After making sure I'd gotten a good look at the mask, she left the room. Then she put the same mask on Mukuro's body. This was all to make us think the person who attacked me and the corpse were one and the same. She wanted us to believe the murder had only recently taken place. Finally, by strapping a bomb to the body, she was able to destroy any remaining evidence. She needed to hide the body's true identity. She had to make sure we didn't find out it was actually the same person we'd met in the beginning. This is the truth behind Mukuro's murder. And the one who carried it all out is the true mastermind. The one controlling Monokuma.
I'm glad my only mistake was the one that could have been interchangeable between the two.
The real Junko Enoshima! That's the whole story behind this incident.
Oops, sorry.
What? Are you broken again?
You can't get out of this, so don't even try.
Come on! It's time you finally revealed
Oh,
yourself!
did they leave the control room and now they're coming in?
It's not like you're an endangered species or something. How long do you plan to keep hiding?
Give it up, Junko. The game's over.
Over?
Nope, never mind.
Did you really think the story would end once we reached the climax of the case? Wrong! There's still plenty more to go!
Oh, sick. So I was right.
We have been waiting so very long for peasants like you to appear.
Not what I was
If you swear
expecting.
your fealty to us, we will reward
Actually,
you with half of
Maybe
the
this is
entire
exactly
world.
what I was expecting. She was
We've
Monokuma,
even drawn up
after
the
all.
deed already. We will grant you honor, status, in some of our home cooking. Have you made your choice? Will you serve under us?
Oh, did you think I was being serious? Sorry, I was just messing with you.
She turned into an emo from
It's
2000.
been so long since I've had an audience.
Interesting.
Even I'm not sure what kind of role I'm supposed to play.
This is the mastermind? She's the real Junko
Anyway.
Enoshima?
Looks like I've finally been set free. Having to play Monokuma all the time, day after day. It was like I was stuck in purgatory. Or like a slow suicide. I get bored so easy, you know?
Face.
Huh? What about my face? What's wrong with my beautiful face? People have told me I'm cuter than 100 chihuahuas combined.
In fairness, chihuahuas look like they're being strangled.
I feel like this isn't the first time I've seen you.
No, I do remember seeing it. I'm sure I've seen her somewhere too.
I got it!
Yeah, before arriving to the school.
That's
That makes
right.
the most sense.
It was before I ever came to this school. I remember seeing a magazine cover. And you were on it.
Wow, you have a pretty good memory. I guess that's why you've made it this far, huh?
So I was right. Then what you told me in the main hall when this all began...
I've seen her a ton on magazine covers, but I feel like that doesn't quite match up to reality. Huh? Oh, are you talking about my cover photos and junk? Well, of course, those are totally photoshopped. Photoshopped? I should have known. I should have known as soon as you brought up Photoshop, I should have known. Yeah, you know, edited to hell and back with, like, computers and junk? Oh, so they aren't real.
Sometimes a little lie is necessary to keep things moving along. Wouldn't you agree?
That explains why she didn't quite seem the same, because she was a different person all along.
I'm me. And Mukuro is Mukuro. She tried her best. But there's just no way she could have passed as the ultimate fashionista. Two people can never become one as long as the walls of mind and body exist. Not even if they're twins.
Oh, that's what it was. Twins. Okay, that makes sense.
I know. It's such a cliche, right? I'm almost embarrassed to admit it. So basically, Mukuro and I had your stereotypical twin relationship. The older sister, tough and proud. That was Mukuro. The younger sister, smart and cute. That was...
Me! Junko fucking Enoshima!
Is that Trunks?
And together, we were the Despair Sisters, aka the Ultimate Despair!
This sounds like Trunks. Like little kid Trunks, not like old teenage Trunks, but you know what? I'm kind of okay with it.
She's a totally different person now!
Like I said, I get bored easy as hell! I even get fucking bored with myself! But if you're twins, why do you have different last names? Oh, that again? You have any idea how many times people ask me that shit? Maybe it's new to your dumb ass, but it bores me to tears. Answering the same questions over and over? Just make up whatever answer you want. I don't give a shit. The truth's fucking lame anyway.
But if she was your twin, that means You killed your own sister?
And for reasons deeper and darker than the ocean. Ha! As if!
Well, I suppose I'd better explain. For my plan to work,
Did her tits
someone
get
had to
bigger?
be able to control the killing game from behind the scenes. The so-called mastermind had to operate Monokuma, keep an eye on everyone, things like that. But after looking at the situation, I determined it would be impossible for Mukuro to perform such duties. Because naturally, she turned out to be the letdown of the family,
Oh, Jesus.
leaving me behind to run off and join some band of mercenaries. Such a disappointment. So, I decided to play the role of director and have her join the rest of you in your school life. I could have let her work alongside me, but she would have been useless to me that way. Besides, 15 students seemed like a solid number to start with. Of course, the fact that she was the ultimate soldier posed something of a problem. She had what I call the 3 atrocities. Atrociously ranked, atrociously filthy, atrociously repulsive.
Kinky.
It was atrociously clear just how out of touch she was with the rest of society. Meanwhile, my ultimate fashionista status has an undeniable appeal that I didn't want to go to waste.
And that's why you switched identities?
Sadly, her inability to match my personality was even greater than I'd calculated. It was a lost cause. She was nothing more than a bit player, an extra unworthy of lines. Being the utter disappointment that she was, anyone would have expected her to get killed off right away, which is precisely why I killed her, to meet everyone's expectations.
That can't be your only reason, can it?
Well, no, of course not. I also did it to avoid becoming bored.
I've never been a stickler for following a plan to the letter, you know?
Alright.
If I planned everything out and knew just what was gonna happen, that'd be so boring. So, I changed things just a bit and decided to use Mukuro to make a little point.
In other words, Mukuro's death was a one-sided, premeditated act of betrayal, just as I suspected. When Mukuro was killed, she must have been as surprised as anybody else.
That explains a lot.
So, you figured it out? Well, you're right. There's no way Mukuro could have pulled off such a convincing performance. But she did teach you all a very valuable lesson, don't you think?
How can you talk like that? You sacrificed your own sister. How does that not even bother you?
What? I sacrificed her? That's what's got you so hot under the collar? Jeez, misunderstandings sure are scary. We were the ultimate despair, you know? So we never had any kind of hope or expectations. Nope. I felt despair as long as I can remember. Like I never should have been born at all. When I was born, I cried tears of total despair. So that's why for us, it's not a big deal whether we die or kill. We're just those kinds of people. We can do anything. We've always been filled with despair. So when we do something, we go all the way and live without regret.
So you just murdered your own sister and didn't think anything of it? That's not true at all. We were twins. How could I not be sad?
What kind of My Chemical Romance listening bullshit is this? I'll be right back.
That's why it gets me so...
Hey, Silent, how's it going, my dude?
Killing my precious sister with my own 2 hands. That act is filled with so much despair. You can't help but put a super in front of it. It's like super, 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 super despair. No, more than that. Super, 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 super despair.
Good for you. You got paid per super, didn't you?
It just feels so good.
What the hell is wrong with you?
For once, I agree with Hero.
And my sister, too. In that moment of death, I think she must have felt that despair.
Jesus.
After all, to be murdered by your own sister, and only as an example to someone else.
Ah, how was it, Silent? I've been meaning to watch that. I haven't watched it ever since season 4, episode 4.
She must have died.
It was just I
feeling
kept
such
pushing it off so I could binge
excruciating
watch when the new season 5
helplessness.
comes out. It's good? Okay, good. That's what I thought. I mean, it's Rick and Morty. How can you
jealous
go
of
wrong?
her.
I knew you
Oops.
couldn't be just some ordinary
I
person.
accidentally skipped that.
You're some kind of abnormality.
turning your own despair into some kind of fetish. Abnormality doesn't even begin to describe it.
Like, Genocide Jill is crazy for sure, but this is a whole nother level of nuts!
You're saying I don't compare to some lowly beast that can only kill the weak, right? So I'm hopelessly attractive, hopelessly brilliant, hopelessly athletic. I'm the hopelessly perfect ultimate human.
Oh, wow. Doesn't seem like you're hopelessly, unegotistical.
No. I don't think there's anything
lacking in
perfect
ego.
about anything you just said.
Yeah, Master's way more perfect. Because on top of everything else, he's got that noble blood. Don't you mean had that noble blood?
What did you just say? What do you mean by that?
You still haven't figured that part out yet? Man, you guys are so slow! You haven't even solved all the mysteries, and yet here you are, yapping away!
Are you talking about our memories?
You've already solved this mystery, right? I'm the killer! So how about the next one?